Happy holidays, folks. Back with another Christmas music reaction in this final little batch of holiday reactions for this season. And we're going to listen to another performance by Johnny Mathis from his The Christmas Music of Johnny Mathis compilation, 1993. Thank you again to Kim for sharing this. And we're going to hear Johnny's rendition of The Little Drummer Boy. So I've heard a number of different performances of this song over the years, including a few in the last couple years here on my YouTube, including this season a very distinct and less standard performance of it by Johnny Cash, which I very much enjoyed. To be fair, I'm expecting Johnny's version of it, which I don't think I've ever heard, to be more standard or typical in terms of its stylings and maybe his vocal performance, but as people will know, I'm hugely fond of Johnny, specifically his holiday music, so hearing a new performance to my ears of a Christmas song by Johnny Mathis is always something I look forward to, so let's give it a listen. This is Johnny Mathis and his rendition of The Little Drummer Boy, included here on his The Christmas Music of Johnny Mathis compilation, which is from 1993.
Come, they told me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, a newborn king to see, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. Our finest gifts we bring, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, to lay before the king, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. So to honor him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, when we come, baby Yesu, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, I am a poor boy too, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, I have no gift to bring, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, that's fit to give our king, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. Shall I play for you, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, on my drum? Very nodded, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, the ox and lamb kept time, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I played my drum for him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum. I played my best for him, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum, rum-pa-pum-pum. Then he smiled at me, pa-rum-pa-pum-pum, me and my drum, rum-pa-pum-pum, me and my drum, rum-pa-pum-pum, me and my drum, rum-pa-pum-pum.
Lovely, although it feels like it faded as the song was about to come to a more natural end. In any case, yes, it's lovely. It is more standard or traditional than the Johnny Cash version, but still has its unique qualities. First of all, I like the way for most of the track how it keeps building, and because at first it's like just Johnny and the, I think cello, maybe stand-up bass, but I think cello, and then it brings in a little bit of drumming, and then eventually we get violins flourishing. Then the drums are more extensive and more dynamic, and I will say, like, the tempo felt like on the faster end, maybe not like exceptionally fast, but I've definitely heard this carol performed a little bit slower, a little bit more plodding, so definitely this version had some pace to it. Now in the very end it kind of stripped down again, it became much simpler, and again it went back to the cellos, Johnny's voice, and I think also some bells. So yeah, it didn't continue to build and build and build and then finish, but there was a what's the right word? Not cascading, but there was a culmination feel as it got bigger and bigger and grander, and then, like I said, seemed to sort of calm down and become a bit more simple and tender at the end. But yes, it's a lovely performance of a Christmas song that in one way has kind of a popular feel, and I have to give Johnny credit. Like, he really has a way with the phonetic precision and rhythmic precision of the rumpa-pum-pums, and rolled his R's rather well. So I enjoyed his performance of that aspect of this song. But yes, this song has a bit of a modern feel because it's not quite as like soft and tender as a lot of carols, but then it also is speaking to this biblical narrative, so it has a very like old feel as well. So it sits at a juncture of a like popular and more traditional type of sound. In any case, I think Johnny does it well. Let me know what you think, and I will see you next time. Peace.